back, gamers, to another episode of the Slow Run Cast. I am your host, the Iraqi Balboa, and I'm joined by my traveling friend who doesn't have time for us on the weekends because he's always out and about. That is Yakuza Like a Dragon, Gamblers in Las Vegas, the Durwinator, back from Las Vegas. How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? How was your weekend?
I mean, I don't remember half of it. So.
Oh shit, that's not good. That's like
it was it was a rough time.
Oh geez. You went with a few buddies, didn't you? You went with Andy. Who else did you go with?
Yeah, Andy, Alex is one of them. Non, his brother Ken, Homing. Yeah, it's just a bunch of dudes in Vegas.
Nice. That's fun. That is.
Yeah.
Fun.
We're out there celebrating my birthday, and then it was kind of for my birthday, but it was to see Post Malone.
Oh yeah, of course I knew this. Yeah, how was Post Malone?
Yeah. He was really good. Yeah, dude. Allegiant Stadium is insane.
Which stadium?
So big.
Which stadium?
Allegiant. It's their football stadium. It seats like 65,000 people, and then with the floor, it's like 70,000 or something like that.
Nice.
It's insane how big it is.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I picked up a few tricks there as well.
What do you mean?
Some magic.
Oh, okay. What else did you get from there?
Oh, why don't you show everybody what you got from what I got you? You messaged me. You're like, oh, you're in Vegas, dude. I'm like, yeah. What do you need? And you said you wanted a slot machine.
I was like, give me a slot machine for my gaming setup. I was like, I'll get a slot machine here. But really, I don't want a slot machine. I want a pachinko machine.
Okay, well, I couldn't deliver on the pachinko machine, but I got you a slot machine.
You got me a slot machine. I'll be back. 1 second. I lost him for a second. I couldn't find where I put him. But I mean, this is better than a slot machine. But I also don't know why this needs to be purchased from Vegas. Because
no, that's not from Vegas. That was something I bought just for the show.
Nice.
So the reason why it's open is because I have 2 packs, and I thought it would be kind of fun for us to rip some packs.
I don't even keep track of the packs. How is this set? Like
I have no idea, dude.
Oh, I don't think this is a hit set. I think
Journey Together didn't really do too hot. Like it really brought down scalps. And then I got Surging Sparks. I don't know which one you got, but
I have Obsidian Flames and Journey Together. Yeah, I don't think these are like the hit.
Perfect.
Hit
well, I mean, it's not prismatic evolution or anything like that, but it's kind of fun. But I do have some magic and riddles for you. Yeah, the riddle is, man, I don't know. But there's a few secrets in your vicinity right now.
Oh, don't tell me you gave these to my wife or something, and then she freaking put them in my house somewhere.
No.
What are you talking about, dude? This guy. Okay, bro.
So you recently bought something that we both shared a connection with.
Well, I recently did buy something. I was gonna leave it as a surprise.
No. You showed us last week. You can save your surprise for later. But you recently bought something that we shared together.
I mean, I bought those Neva and Gris collector's editions.
Have you taken a look at them?
No.
Go take a look.
I was never gonna find these, bro. What did you tell my wife to put them behind here? Oh, okay. Let's go.
Rip them. Rip those ones.
These ones I am more excited to open.
Show what pack it is.
That is the Final Fantasy trading card game Hidden Hope. This is the is not magic.
That one's not the magic one. I saw them at a collectible place while I was in Vegas, and I thought of you, so I picked that up for you.
Oh my man, I couldn't have picked something better for myself. Let's see. How do you do this? Do you go 3?
I have no idea for that pack. I literally don't even know if the cards are good or if they're cool.
Bard. Uni. Wait.
Okay.
Clavet.
Oh, they're like the old school designs, like PlayStation almost.
Moth Slasher. Agrius. Ranger. Another Clavid again. I think this is supposed to be the hit of this deck. Yuri. Which is from Final Fantasy. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. There's too many of them. Lena. Hope. I guess this is the hit for me. Odin.
Odin's not too bad. That's Summon.
Yami.
Well, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
None of the Final Fantasy 7 hits, hey?
Not really, no.
Damn.
But,
I was hoping.
Whatever. Do we want to open the Pokemon ones now since we're here?
Why don't we open one? There's.
Let's open the journey together.
Journey together, so we can take this journey together. All right.
I'll
go
journey
first.
together. Alrighty. So how was
right.
Is Post Malone's concert just is he just doing country now, or did he like bring in some of his old songs?
Actually he didn't play too much of his country songs. He played a lot of his like old stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping for more of his country stuff because I enjoy his country music. But Jelly Roll opened for him, which is a country artist. He was really good, and then Post Malone.
Jelly Roll
pretty solid.
Is, freaking Jelly.
All right, I'll go first.
Wow, country fans, you've gone a long way from beautiful. I don't know why the freaking video camera's terrible, but it's okay. I know we just do this for ceremony. We're waiting for the kit chase card. Rockruff. Caterpie. Caterpie or Caterpie? Claw.
What is this, trainer?
Levinkia. No, it's like a...
It's reversed for me, so I can't read the names.
I know you can't read them.
What is this one?
I can't.
Milcery. That's one of the shinies, I guess. Oh.
No. Don't get it too excited.
Nope. Nothing. And then just a fire energy.
Of course. I got 1.
Centret.
2. 3. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. I can't read them at all because it's like reversed.
Aw. Nothing big. Let's hope the other
I couldn't even tell this was a holo when I was pulling it. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it doesn't show up very good on it. Technically, so like this is like the Ribombi is the one that's like super shiny. You can see. And then this one is like got a little bit of a foil effect. Not really.
Do we open our other packs, bro? I got an itch. You opened it.
You got an itch?
Yeah, I got an itch. You opened it. Or let's leave it for the end of the episode. All right. I'll hold on to it.
You hold on to it. You gotta wait. It'll keep you awake until we finish.
Well, the only thing that's keeping me awake is the idea that I'm gonna play Clar Obcur after this, baby. Anyway, brother, thank you for the cards. I appreciate it. But next time, give me the slot machine. No, just kidding.
Yeah, let me bring up back a pachinko. That fits in my carry-on, right?
Yeah, I'll put one here just so my sons learn how to play big or don't play at all.
Just spend 8 hours
gabbling on this podcast.
8 hours pressing the button.
Oh shit. Anyway, you know what they won't be playing this year though, my kids? Thank God. Thank God they will not be my 8-month-old and my and almost 3-year-old will not be playing Grand Theft Auto 6 in 2025. Because our first story for this week is GTA 6 has been delayed and the internet is having a meltdown. They posted officially on Twitter. It's a long little sob story, but long story short, I'm surprised, but they committed to a release date. This is the furthest out release date we've had in like a while, something like this. But it is releasing on May 26th, 2026. And guess who predicted that would be the case on our January 2025 predictions episode?
I think it was both of us, right?
Maybe. I think I'm the one who actually. None of my predictions seem bold now. Like it's like all I'm
Yeah,
looking at
it
them
was like
back
super obvious.
in hindsight, it's like, oh, like I got it all right because it was freaking super obvious.
Yeah, I mean this one I think we both called. Like I remember on an episode I was saying that's BS that it's coming out this year.
Apparently, also internally, Rockstar employees didn't believe it was going to come out in 2025 anyway. They thought it was too far of a thing of a release date anyway.
Yeah, it's probably just one guy on the board that's like, yeah, we can do it, guys. We can do it.
I think it was all for shareholder stuff. Their share price dropped by 8 to 10% the following day of the delay, which makes sense, right? But it's like it's like Trump when he said now is the best time to buy. It probably is now the best time to buy Take-Two stock. What does it actually trade under? Is it called Take-Two?
It must be, right? That's their parent company or name?
Yeah. It's 225. Yeah, okay, whatever. It seemed like it took a freaking drop. Bro, dude, this thing it's gone up 5.8% just today by closing day. So they're fine. It was a little bit of bad news. And then they're back in the game. Nothing's gonna happen. Whoever people just probably bought low or whatever. Yeah, they had a sharp drop the day of the announcement. They were trading at 234 USD, and it instantly dropped the next day to 213. But it's climbing back up. It'll be back up in no time.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll make a recovery. I mean, the market's been pretty up and down lately, anyways, so I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah. At least they're getting some type of support from their CEO. He says he fully supports Rockstar's GTA 6, or the CEO of Take-Two. He fully supports Rockstar's GTA 6 delay and expects record net bookings this year regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have too much to worry about. Even if they take like an L this year, next year, they're going to come back. Potentially, do you think they're going to be in the black?
No, dude. I mean, okay. It's kind of hard to discern what's real news and what isn't, because a lot of people that put video game news or a lot of websites or outlets, it's not like I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but there's like calibers and there's tiers, right? But I kept seeing this thing on social media that was making its rounds that I couldn't really verify from like any reputable source, but they were saying this game is costed more to develop than Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which is the tallest standing structure in the world. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they'll make all their money back the same day if that's true. I don't like that. They're saying it's costed over $2 billion to develop. I'm not sure I believe that number. I don't think this game has been in development for 13 years, like everyone says, or like the layman keeps saying. I just don't think this thing started development as soon as GTA 5 was released. Like I think Rockstar had to spend time on Red Dead till 2018 and GTA Online and Red Dead Online. I don't think this game's been that long in development.
If I were to take a guess. I doubt it too. Like,
I bet you it's been in full production for maybe 4 years max, like 2021 or whatever. Right?
They definitely didn't just like finish roll credits on GTA 5 and then hop right into it. Like that's not how really it works. Like there's still storyboards and stuff like that. Like actual development still wouldn't really.
So I don't know.
Be right off the back.
Yeah, we've been recently getting a look into how much video games cost, especially like Sony first party stuff. Like what was it, 300 mil for Spider-Man 2, or was it 400 mil? So yeah, you're gonna tell me it costs $2 billion. Seems like a little bit steep. Yeah, they were gonna Take-Two was gonna have a big year this year. Civ 7, Mafia: The Old Country, and Borderlands 4, and GTA. But you're going to have to wait. You are going to have to wait for GTA. Any other thoughts on GTA?
No. I mean, we called it. It's expected.
Yeah. I am not surprised. I'm just surprised it took this long to actually announce
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And they were like sticking to their guns, probably, like you said, for potentially shareholder stuff.
Yeah. So speaking of Take-Two and all their games that are coming out this year, Borderlands 4 actually got a release date move forward this week to September 12th. This happened like about 2 or 3 days before this announcement of GTA 6 getting delayed. And people started speculating that we were going to get a GTA 6 release date, and Borderlands moved earlier because they knew internally that GTA 6, was going to happen in maybe October or November, so they wanted to just space themselves out a little more. It's kind of interesting when we do these like episodes like a week after everything happens, but like at the time there was genuine like talk on like
Yeah,
Tuesday
yeah.
that like, oh dude, we're gonna get GTA 6 release date. And then the week went on and it was like, no, actually you got the opposite of that. To which me, the prediction guru, told you via text message the real reason the release date got moved forward. Do you want to share that? And tell me I'm wrong, because the GTA excuse is not real anymore.
I still think you're wrong. So
The GTA thing is not real anymore because, we know it's delayed. So why would they move it? They
so
said we
you
didn't move it for any reason.
you are predicting that they moved it because they are scared of Marathon.
Yes, baby, Marathon. Let's go, Bungie, bro. Making Borderlands freaking shite their pants. Yeah,
I don't believe it.
it's an. They moved it up 8 days. Come on, they moved it up 8 days, and they're
Do you think
saying,
8 days was really that like crazy for sales though? You know?
yeah, I think so. I
You,
think
you
like
think so?
I think
Like
gamers
people are
look.
just going to be more hyped to pick up Borderlands and start it right
I
away
I
versus
I think gamers, if they want to play two games and one of them comes out first, they'll play the one that came out first if they're like really close to each other.
because they want to jump on the hype wagon and whatnot for the first game.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless the reviews kind of suck.
that too. But not everyone reads the reviews. I mean, most people probably don't. Yeah, they just get word on the street that
Yeah, word on the
movie.
mouth or word of mouth and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? And I feel like with all these games too, they're so multiplayer focused, like Borderlands. You're not going to sit through a Borderlands campaign by yourself. Like I would probably do it, but most people are buying it to play with their friends. So like it's whatever your friends think is the most hype, really.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think Marathon's gonna eat Borderlands lunch or anything, or it's gonna be an amazing game.
Mhm.
I just think they're playing it safe. They're like, we released this thing 8 days earlier. We get it a week ahead of Marathon because
Mhm.
they're both first person shooters. Yeah, it's a completely different genre. Yeah, maybe, but there is still crossover in that market. There are still a lot of people who would play both, right? So I'm thinking like they probably said, "Yo, let's just play it safe. We got a little bit of time."
What
They said
happens if both these games flop?
then maybe people bought Borderlands and it flopped anyway, but they didn't proceed to buy Marathon.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I just bring this up because like it seems like there's with Clair Obscur coming out, there's like more of a push that AA games are the way to go with the changes of price and like the experience.
I don't think we're there yet, but I think we're gonna get there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a conversation for another time, but with all this Nintendo price hikes and some other price hikes we'll get into later in the show notes, I think we're gonna see some changes in the future, but I don't think it's gonna be that immediate. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Borderlands. They also had a 20-minute state of play, which we knew was going to happen months ago. Taking a deep dive into the game. To be honest with you, I did not watch it. You did not watch it.
Yeah. I didn't even really see too much news on like Reddit or Facebook on it. So like it totally like I blanked.
Yeah, I am not a Borderlands guy at all. I actually like not even like this is Borderlands is not on my radar. Like even if you put it early, I'm still getting Marathon. I don't care.
I mean, I still normally would see like some type of
Hype.
story pop up even on like the PS4, PS5 like subreddit, which I'm subscribed to, but I don't think I even saw a post about it. So is the hype even there? I don't know.
I'm not sure. After Borderlands 3, I don't know. I don't know if Borderlands 2 was a peak that I'm not sure they'll ever be able to replicate. And gamers' tastes change and they move on and they want to do other things. So
yeah, that type of genre just might be a little bit played out. So
yeah, I mean, it was played out for me after like one game. Even then, I didn't even really care about collecting 1,000 different guns, which are slightly different. Yeah, I'm not a looter shooter person, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, if you are Borderlands person and you do want to watch this state of play, you could find it on YouTube. Anyway, you did allude a little bit to some pricing and comparing the situation to Clar Obscur, which we'll get to in more detail. But we got some bad pricing news this week. Nintendo really ripped the Band-Aid off a month ago. And here we are, not too long after. And Microsoft hops on the hype train. They have raised prices on all their Xbox consoles. I think internationally, across the board, if I'm not mistaken, but at least in the US and Canada. And they're saying their games are set to hit $80 this holiday. So that's it, man. They're going in. Nintendo started it, and Microsoft's like, we'll follow suit. I cannot really seem to discern from this news story whether they're talking about setting their first party games to $80. I imagine that's what they mean. Because
yeah,
I mean,
it
they're
must
not
be.
going to force other publishers to set their games to $80. They're saying their first party games will be at $80. I don't know if this means they're going to price hike their games that are already out. Like, is Indiana Jones going to see a price rate hike? Garfield going to see a price hike? Is,
I think it'd be
is Doom going to see
really
a price hike?
crappy if they did do that.
Like
Considering like
retroactively? I don't know. The consoles are up now. We could look at some prices, but I believe the Xbox Series S. Well, I don't
thought
know.
the S and the digital edition didn't get touched in terms of a price
I am
hike.
pretty confident they did because I think I looked at this at the time. But I know the Series X, I mean, that number was like glaring.
No, it is all.
Yeah. The Series X is literally $730, if I'm not mistaken. And the digital Series X is $680.
Okay.
We're talking about a console that came out in 2020 for 600 Canadian dollars, which you can regularly find in Calgary on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace for $300, 300, $400, $730, a price increase for a console that's been out for 5 years, past the halfway cycle of its life. I mean, this is insanity.
GameStop take off all their consoles? I don't see any Xbox Series on their website right now.
I only see the Series X, actually. I don't see the Series S on GameStop.
No,
I know Lebabin's
man, their website's crap. You have to search Xbox, not Xbox Series.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be back. I'm just going to grab a drink.
So yeah, I'll recap the prices right now. So Xbox Series X, $729. We've got the Series S, 512 gigabyte. That's $449. The 1 terabyte Series X digital is $679. And the Xbox Series S 1 terabyte is $529. So the cheapest one you can buy, I guess, is technically the starter bundle at $380. And what does this give you? So it gives you a Series S and 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate. What else? It must be like a tiny console drive.
It might be the base Series S, which is like the stupid less than 500 gigs console drive.
Nope, 512.
Yeah, the 512. Also, the controllers are up by $10. The special controllers are all up to 100 now, from 80 or 90, and the base ones I think are all up to 70 or 90. I'm seeing here. Yeah, the base carbon black Xbox controller, which I believe you could buy for $70 before this price hike. is now $85. And anything that's a little bit more than that is about $90, and any of the super like special ones are at $100. And I believe there was a price for, I think, either the Elite Core or the Elite Series, one or the other. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here, but like, dude, Microsoft, I mean, come on, bro. Nobody bought your console anyway. Nobody bought this thing anyway. The Series X, nobody bought it. Let's be honest here. This thing has had worse sales than the Xbox One, right? Nobody bought this thing anyway. And you have the audacity to price hike it to $730 midway through its console generation? Like, come on, man. Like, people bought the Series S for maybe the first 2-3 years, and even sales on that dipped. Like, you got blown out of the water. You lost the console war. You threw your games on every freaking platform there is. And then you said everything's an Xbox. And then you're like, all right, we're still going to make consoles, but the one that's already out, we're going to price you $730 for it.
Right?
I mean, I love my Series X. It's a very good console, but seriously? And then price hiking the games? It's like, you guys, like, do you have any type of foresight, or not foresight? Forget foresight. That's a gift. Have you not looked at like the recent history? You guys bought up so many studios. You promised so many games in 2020. You couldn't deliver. You promised so many games in 2021. You had Halo Infinite and Forza. You promised so many games in 2022. The infamous Xbox showcase, where they're like, all these games are coming out by June 2023, a year from today. Half of them didn't come out. One of those games was supposed to be Hollow Knight Silk Song that they promised was going to come out by June 2023.
And then now it's a Switch exclusive.
Is it a Switch exclusive, or is that Hades? That's Hades 2, you're thinking.
Was it Hades 2?
Yeah. But anyway, like...
But then what was it showcased on the Nintendo?
Yeah, so I'm just like, you guys have no... Like, 2024 is literally when you picked up. You bought Bethesda Game Studios, you bought Activision Blizzard, and you bought 1,000 little other developers over the course of whatever, from Ninja Theory to Obsidian to whatever other smaller studios that you bought. And you guys had nothing. And now, like, you have your first good year, which, let's be honest, they're having a great year, right? They're having a great year.
Mm-hmm.
And like both Game Pass wise, games that are on Game Pass, and their first party games. But they only started having to have a good year after the gig was up, and they gave up. And Satya Nadella told them, Satya Nadella, what's his name? Whatever, the CEO of Microsoft, told them, you got to start putting your games on everything. I mean, like, what? For real, like, what?
Yeah,
like, just wait till the next console, man. No,
I don't get, also on top of that, like, why are you raising the prices on your games when nobody buys your games because people just subscribe to Game Pass, but you're not raising the price of Game Pass?
Is this their way of forcing everyone to Game Pass and then pulling the rug under? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Everybody signs up for Game Pass and then they raise the price on that as well.
Is this like, oh, don't buy the console? You could, because you hear the new news, you could play them on your LG TVs now. They have Game Pass on cloud. You know how the Samsung TVs did?
Yeah.
The LG TVs do now. So are they like, okay, you could go to your LG TV and play it. But you don't want to buy a physical game. Of course, they've been like, I went to GameStop the other day. Or actually, when I went to GameStop to pre-order the Switch, I couldn't help but notice there was literally no more physical Xbox games. That was the first time I've seen that. They had no physical Xbox games in Sunridge GameStop.
Wow.
Right? I'm like, you guys, like, you're dead. We got another news story here that we might as well cut to the chase here. But Indiana Jones, the game, is selling fastest on PS5.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Despite releasing like 4 months later after PS5. Like, people aren't even buying your games on Xbox. It's selling better on PS5. Right? So what are you like, oh, our games are $80 now? but you could buy them on Game Pass or play them on Game Pass. And then when everyone's gotten Game Pass, they just pull the rug. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like Game Pass is the only thing that Microsoft has going for it.
I mean, it's great. It's good. Like the console is good. The controller is good. Game Pass is great. They're starting to push out games, really good games this year. But I feel like they just like to step on these rakes. Like they just go forward one step.
Yeah.
And then they can't help themselves. Microsoft cannot help itself.
Like even the developers that they buy like big name developers, and then they like shut down half of the good ones. Like what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're yet to see the fruits of the Activision Blizzard ones. Like, oh, you have COD now on Game Pass. Okay.
Yeah, but COD is so old news. I feel like it was like one news story, and then now it's gone.
I don't know. They got the Tony Hawk game coming out. That's part of the Activision thing. I don't know. I mean, like we're yet to see. I don't want to hold my breath for, like, yeah, we got like the Oblivion remake from Bethesda, but like it's not. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm sick and tired of talking about Microsoft. I like every year. It's like almost the biggest news stories every year is like the Microsoft blunders or whatever controversy about them. I just feel like it's like that all the time.
I think it's just all of the big three right now. It feels like we're all getting betrayed by them.
I think just wait till next week. We're gonna get a Sony one.
Yeah, I mean Sony decimated like what last week, where I was super mad about the subsidizing of the U.S. citizens.
Oh yeah,
with the price increases across the world for the consoles. Yeah, I think we were spot on. Like you got to buy a Switch 2 if you want one now, or else it's gonna be more expensive.
Just get it over with. You're the cheapest you're gonna get a console now is at launch. Really. Don't wait for no bundle. Don't wait for no holiday sale. You're not getting it. You know, am I wrong? Like
what? Yeah. PS5 more expensive to buy now than it was launch.
Than it was at launch.
Same with Xbox.
Yeah. Switch, bro. Just wait till those tariffs come.
Yeah. Once they clear their first wave of inventory, and they actually have to start paying. Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be like it won't be like immediate. I think they probably at least have like six months worth of stock. What do you think?
I mean, it seems like they're really well stocked considering what happened with the GameStop pre-order, right? So I don't know. Time will tell. Depends on the demand. Depends on how much they're gonna have at launch. I couldn't tell you.
I'm thinking they must have enough for a while, and then they'll find out an appropriate time to announce a price hike.
It's coming. It's just coming. Like if it doesn't come this year, it'll come in 2 years. It'll come in 3 years. It'll come in 4 years. Like I know, like sometimes I feel like this is like a little bit of an echo chamber. We're always just talking about games. Like this is a problem beyond just video games right now in the global economy, right? If you consider a bunch of other stuff, tech in general, or even outside of that stuff that's maybe actually more important, like groceries and, you know, like other like construction supplies or whatever it is across the board, motor vehicles, you name it. It's just everything is going through the roof. And like I don't know what gives. Like when is this going to stop? What's the bubble?
When nobody can afford anything anymore.
You know, where does it like? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, like, who's buying this thing for $730?
Yeah,
Year 5.
I like.
Are they
I
even
don't
going
think
to sell
I'd
a single
buy
one
it.
of them? Yeah.
At the full $730 price point, maybe those sweaty boys, those Xbox sweaty boys, but you can play it on a PC.
At $730, what's the point of it? You're like your console prices? That's pushing like you get pretty close to, well, maybe not in Canada, not close enough to PS5 Pro, but some of these console prices, you're really pushing it. Like, at what point do I just get a PC?
Did we get a PS5 Pro price increase?
PS5 Pro's been out for like 6 months. If we already got a price increase, that'd be insane.
Let me check. Dude,
I don't recall ever seeing.
Oh no, this is Uncle Wiener. This is the wholesale. Well, that's kind of cheap.
How much?
$6.99 Canadian, I assume.
What? No way.
Is this right?
For PS5 Pro?
Yeah.
Dude, the thing's like 960 Canadian MSRP.
Yeah. This is on. I think this is like a whole, like some sort of they must be like a reseller, or like this might be gray market stuff. Here, let me send you the
Uncle
link right
Wiener's
now.
Wholesale.
Here, let
Where
me
is
send you this
this?
link, dude.
This is in
Okay,
Calgary.
where's the studio chat? Yeah, I think it is. Question is, do I buy a PS5? Oh, it says pre-order though, so it's not in stock, but then it'll deliver. So, and you can make an offer? No way. That's crazy. Yeah, but $959. Pay $200 to get a better console
I mean, at this point, just like whatever.
that can play
Just
all the
go
Xbox
PC.
games anyways.
Yeah, because they're putting it on.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of which, we got news today that a Gears of War, is it a remaster of the first one, or I didn't really.
It looks like it's like a collection. It's like
I
a.
don't think so. I think it's just the first game.
Is that the first game?
Yeah,
I thought it
Gears
was.
of War Reloaded comes to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming, PS5, and Steam in summer 2025. The original Gears of War returns faithfully remastered and natively optimized for more platforms than ever. Launches on August 26th,
So only the first game?
It sounds like it's a remaster of only the first game. And Xbox fans who own a digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition receive a free upgrade to Gears of War Reloaded. But yeah, the big story here, which I don't think is a big story anymore, if you really still didn't think every single Xbox game moving forward was going to come to PS5, I think you're dreaming at this point. It's time to wake up and move on. Like, the console war is over. Halo is going to come to PS5 eventually. Like, this is not even like a bold prediction anymore. So I'm not sure. I really haven't checked the internet. I don't know if the Xbox fanboys are having a meltdown over this yet or not. But like, if you still thought Gears of War wasn't coming, like, wake up and then like smell the music, man. Like, this is happening to every game moving forward, and every game moving forward is going to be launching day one on PS5. The reason Indiana Jones didn't is just probably they weren't that ready, far ahead with the port.
Mm-hmm. So it has support for 4K, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 in multiplayer, HDR support. We've got the audio upgrades, the VR support, new visual effects, improved shadows, 0 loading screens during the campaign. All right. Well, I mean, it's good news for Gears of War fans.
I mean, going back to the whole putting the thing on PS5, we did get a news story this week that Microsoft was the top publisher on the PlayStation Store by pre-orders in Q1 of 2025. So like,
That's
their
funny.
games are selling. They put Forza Motorsport or Forza Horizon 5 and Indiana Jones on PS5 this year. I think Age of Mythology as well. Age of Empires 2. I honestly can't even keep track of them all. And they're the top publisher on the PS Store this year, so keep it in mind. And Indiana Jones is selling faster on PS5 than it is on any other platform. Even though apparently it's not actually selling that good by all metrics. Like, it wasn't even in the top 15 most played games the week it came out, which I know doesn't mean a lot, because then you have like games like, um games like Fortnite or whatever as the top for that week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's, yeah. So Call of Duty, Fortnite, GTA 5, Roblox, NBA, the standard, bunch. So yeah, makes sense. I don't know if this is something to look into too much. Still, it's selling. It seems like it's selling fine. We might as well just continue the vibe. I realized after putting these show notes together that, like, just because we're doing video game news, it doesn't mean like news is good. News is always bad. In general, it seems like,
Yeah.
like that's the
Yeah,
vibe.
we're riding the depression train right now.
Yeah, it's just we keep riding the depression train. 2 weeks ago, we reported, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, we reported Game Informer being bought out by that, because GameStop shut them down, took down the website, took down everything, and they were bought out by or they
Some
were bought
crypto.
some crypto something. Well, whatever giveth. What's the word? Giveth, take. I don't know. What am I talking about, bro? I'm being full of philosophical here. We got some bad video games journalism news. Polygon has been sold to Valnet, with the majority of staff laid off. This happened this week. And in addition to that, it seems like there's been some sort of mass exodus from Giant Bomb. And following, like there's been a staff departure. We don't know exactly what happened, but it seems like they had a disagreement with their parent company, Fandom Inc. And this is very important because, like, one of the biggest video games journalists out there, or video games media people, Jeff Grubb, who's always like, if you ever hear us give you a story with deets, like it's always either Jeff Grubb or what's his name from Bloomberg,
Jason
Schreier. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
There's one of the two biggest names in like giving you the deets on what's happening in video games. He's left Giant Bomb, as well as Mike Minotti, who I believe was like a regular participant on Giant Bomb. He's from GamesBeat. It seems like Fandom, basically, Fandom, which also owns Metacritic, GameSpot, and a bunch of other outlets, they basically, I think, told them, they gave them some news, or they gave them some new rules or something like that. And on episode 888, which is crazy, they've been going on for 888 episodes. Like, I mean, let's do the math here. If they did an episode a week for 888 episodes, that's 17 years, dude. I'm not sure if it's been going on for 17 years, but that is 17 years if you do the math like that. Yeah, basically they told them, hey, you got to follow these rules on live stream. You got to be PG-13, etc., whatever. It seems like they just kind of mocked some of the rules from their parent company on stream. And then the episode got taken down, and Jeff Grubb just posted on Twitter. He said, I'm no longer there. And that's kind of all. We don't know exactly what's going on, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying they're undergoing a strategic reset. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just looking through Polygon to see if, like, because there was such a big, firing of people or removal of people, just to see if like any of the articles look AI generated now.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I noticed that the input on the website actually kind of slowed down. I didn't really, after that happened, I didn't notice too much coming up, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't look AI generated like these articles, but yeah, I was just peering through it just because, if when you get rid of that many people, they're like, are they using AI to replace them or whatever? But it looks like they are real people, and it is a real article. So
I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like I don't know, this games media journalism thing. Is that it? Is it done? Like I don't see how this continues to survive as a platform. I think it's all going to be independent people making YouTube videos, doing reviews or what have you. I don't think these
that
big
would be
outlets
crazy.
survive, these IGNs and stuff. I think they might just become guide outlets, like Polygon used to make guides, and maybe just like some opinion pieces and stuff like that. And you'll have your Bloomberg and your gamesindustry.biz for like actual news. But
yeah, no
there's
visualize.
a lot of them, and the competition is crazy. And I don't know how they keep the
lights on.
Yeah, the lights on. I always keep trying to say these like phrases today, and I can't complete them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is another group that isn't able to complete their game.
Of course. More layoffs, this time at EA. Hundreds of jobs have been lost as EA cuts 2 Respawn game projects, one of which we found out to be was a Titanfall game. Now, all the Titanfall fans, relax, calm down. It's not Titanfall 3. Apparently, it was a Titanfall extraction shooter. Maybe they saw the reception to Marathon this week or the week before, and he's like, yeah, we're not going to do this. Called it quits.
Yeah.
Bunch of people laid off. In addition to that, their other development studio, Codemasters, has confirmed layoffs as the EA-owned studio shifts focus away from their rally games, which they're known for. They make the WRC games, which, World Rally Championship, they come out, I don't know, yearly maybe. I'm not exactly sure. It's been going on they've been making rally games since 1998.
Geez, that long, hey? Man, I don't remember.
I honestly don't understand this. Okay, like you don't have the license anymore for WRC, World Rally Championship. You're just gonna lay off everyone and stop making games. It doesn't seem like you didn't do that with FIFA when you lost the license. It seems like a weird reason to stop.
Yeah, I mean, they just renamed it something else and
They just called it
kept going.
FC and kept going. So they just lost the license for World Rally Champions, and they just decided to refocus the whole studio and lay off everyone and try to reallocate people. Seems kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to redeploy as many as possible. I don't know, man. More job cuts.
Race to the bottom, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, they take turns. EA, Ubisoft, they're just taking turns this year.
Yeah. Microsoft, I guess.
Yeah. Well, at least they're kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they've slimmed down to a decent amount now.
Between EA, Warner Brothers, and Ubisoft, I don't think anyone could beat these three with the race to the bottom. They're going nowhere fast. Yeah, I don't know. You think you think that always online skate game is gonna be what saves them this year?
No, I don't know anybody who's gonna buy that game.
Especially with Tony Hawk coming out this year.
Yeah. I look at that game and I look at Tony Hawk. I'm like, well, I know Tony Hawk, so if I'm buying a skate game, it's gonna be Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure the music on the Tony Hawk games have always been kind of pretty decent. So even if you play it just to listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Tony Hawk game coming out this summer, which is 3 and 4 remastered. Yeah, I don't know, man. Have you played Titanfall? I've never played Titanfall 1 or 2.
I've never played Titanfall either. I heard the campaign was pretty good.
I heard it was really good. It was never on my radar when it came out. And I just never played it. And I always hear it's like a cult favorite.
People man. I mean, listen, I still have to finish Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not anywhere close yet. So until I finish that, I'm not adding any more. And of course,
backlog?
Clar Obscur.
Yeah. Yeah, no. My backlog is huge.
And your backlog is through the door.
Yeah. Well, at least I get to play Fortnite on my iPhone again, because Epic Games has won their court case against Apple, which, if you recall, started I think 4 years ago.
Yeah.
2020. It was 2020 or 2021. Actually, it might have been 5 years ago.
It was huge news back then because Fortnite was taken off iOS.
Because basically Epic Games was like, this is BS. Basically, Apple forces you to buy in-game purchases on their store. So Apple takes a cut from when you buy microtransactions in-game. If you buy them on iPhone, you actually buy them from the Apple Store, and they would take a cut. Epic Games did not like that. They tried to fight that. Eventually, they just took their game off the App Store.
I thought Apple had taken it off for them because they were violating some
That could also be true. It's been a long time. I could be saying this completely wrong, so don't take my word for it. But eventually, the game was taken off the App Store because Epic did not want to pay Apple the price. The fees.
It was aggressive too.
They are aggressive.
A huge cut.
It's 30%, I think.
I thought it was even more than that.
Okay, maybe I should not open my mouth anymore because
I know that it's a huge amount that iOS takes because it's the only store you can download games
Monopoly,
from.
Basically, which is what Epic Games was arguing.
Mm-hmm.
They've won their court case. It's been 5 years, and they said they're going to put Fortnite back on the App Store. And it seems like that we're going to see changes across anything on the App Store in the US.
I think there's already quite a few apps that are updating it so that you can be brought to another website to pay for your purchase, for your monthly subscription.
Yeah. So yeah, Apple can no longer collect any fees on purchases made outside the App Store in the US. And apparently the court might take them for some like criminal charges, I heard. Something about somebody
Wow.
lying on the stand, or they might take him in for contempt or something like that. There's more to this, but the legal lingo is a little bit over my head. So yeah, Epic Games won the hard fought battle. So kudos to them. And apparently they're trying to offer like a peace pact to Apple. They're like, we'll bring it back to the iOS store. If you, and we'll just drop this if you make this a rule across the board. Because right now this rule is only in the US. It is not in Canada or in Europe or anywhere else in the world. Right? So Epic's or Apple still collects the way they do in other places. This is just the US where they won this court case. So we'll see how Apple responds to that gesture of goodwill after getting sued. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's good, man. I mean, I know they're both kind of giants, but Epic's the smaller giant, so I'm rooting for them, the underdog.
Yeah, I mean, Apple will, I think, be very different the next 10 years.
You think?
Like, we already see it in some of their like software approach. Like, you can change your icons now, and like,
Fun.
yeah, and then they've now allowed like side loading on the phone. It's still a pain, and then now with the loss of the App Store, I think they might change. Well, they'll be forced to change how things are done.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good, right? Like, because they do kind of run a monopoly for at least, like, it's kind of weird. They don't really run a monopoly, but they kind of do for a lot of things in their ecosystem. So,
Yeah, like,
just why their pricing is egregious and stuff like that on all their products.
yeah, they really need to work on like the cohesiveness to really keep people on their products. But
Yeah.
I mean, they've got Gen Z in their pocket.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Apple. Let's move on to another company we've been hating on recently. So, first of all, congratulations, listeners, for the first time in 4 weeks. Our whole show is not just about Nintendo. We have left them to the bottom over here. But of course, we still have some Nintendo news. And we got a system update on the regular Switches on the first or Switch ones in preparation for the Switch 2 release. And there's one noticeable thing, which I don't know why we didn't detect this at the time, because I wasn't even aware you could do this on Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe because we don't play Nintendo games.
Yeah. The virtual card system, which they actually showed off not at the Nintendo 2 Direct, but at the Direct that happened the week before that, right? It has been rolled out. What the heck did I just do? Holy smokes. It's been rolled out, and now it stops people from playing the same game online on one like Switch card on 2 consoles.
Yeah.
I don't have 2 Switch consoles, so I'm kind of surprised Nintendo ever allowed this. But apparently, if I bought a game on Switch and I go play on somebody else's Switch and I put myself as the primary on that one, then whatever game I bought on my other Switch, I could load it into that game and we could both play that game simultaneously online. So you're basically playing with a buddy online on 2 different Switches, but you only bought the game once. I am shocked this was even allowed to start off with. The virtual game card system brings this to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, because now it's called Game Share, right?
Game Share. You basically, with the virtual game card, you hand over the game to your friend. The way it was so cute that the way they showed this seemed like it was such a like user-friendly thing that didn't exist before, where really in hindsight now, it's just actually, it was masquerading as that, but in reality, it's actually
just to take it away.
Yeah. So now you have a virtual game card, which you share with your friend, but once you share with your friend, it's like you have a physical game that you share with your friend.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are some good news to go along with like that update. Like they added like the ability to back up your game saves to make things easier when you switch the Switch 2 and stuff like that. They changed like some icon colors as well. I was like, oh, okay.
Like change the art for the freaking like if you have your account, you could put like, you have a picture for your account, right? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you could put like some Nintendo first party things for your profile pic. They changed the art style for that. They put the new Donkey Kong, the ugly Donkey Kong.
The new Donkey Kong is redesigned, right?
Yeah, looks horrendous.
Yeah, it looks he looks more like a hillbilly than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the older design of Donkey Kong.
100%. Yeah. Again, I don't feel too bad about this new story because like I'm a physical game kind of collector, and it's just like you can't do this with a physical game anyway, right? You couldn't just like both play online on the same, right? It was like a digital thing. Apparently, you can actually do this on PS5. I didn't realize that. But if I went onto your PlayStation and I made myself primary or something, and I downloaded a game that I bought there, me and you could play that game online. Basically, you could play on your PS5 and I could play on mine. We could play online. I didn't realize you could do that. But yeah, I think that's the game share thing that
I don't think that many people like share games like that anyways.
No. Yeah, but if you were doing that, like I get it in a household, you buy one game and you have 2 or 3 kids and you do that. Well, I guess we can't do it anymore. Yeah, moving on to more Nintendo stuff. I got this little article from gamesindustry.biz says seeing Nintendo do this is a little disheartening. In quotation, Switch 2 and the state of game preservations. I'd say if you're interested, check this out. But this goes down. They talk to a industry analyst who kind of gives his 2 cents about what's going on with the digital preservation, because we had this talk with the game key cards. I thought it was a very good article, but it goes deep into really how it was already going that way before Nintendo did any of this.
Yeah.
I have this good Nintendo news story though. Apparently they're changing the way the eShop charts in an apparent move to hide the shovelware.
Those are like the fake AI games, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading here from Video Games Chronicle. Digital storefronts such as the PlayStation Store and Nintendo eShop and Steam have been criticized in recent years for their relaxed approach to publishing digital games. This has led to thousands of extremely cheap games appearing on platforms, most of which are low-effort, misleading products, often shovelware or AI slop. Blah, 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 blah.
Like those hentai games?
Yeah, they basically make these super cheap games that people just buy for whatever. And because one person will buy them, like more people will buy them, so they'll chart higher, right? Even though they're like a fake game. And so Nintendo's changing the way the sales chart on the eShop. Instead of counting the number of games sold over the past 48 hours and using that to rank the chart, it instead charts revenue across the previous 72 hours. I don't know how that's supposed to help. Never mind. Means that games with rock bottom pricing will no longer show up on the charts as a $1 game. Oh, it's based on not number of copies sold, but based on revenue. So a $1 game that sold 60 copies will match a $60 game sold once.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't chart as high, because before they were saying based on copies sold. You'd have this garbage AI game that was like $1, right?
Yeah, and then the publisher could just commit to like buying 100 of them, and then now it's like 100 sold.
100 sold, or one person will buy it, right, for $1, and then it'll chart up, and then somebody else will buy it. They're like, oh, this is only for $1, and then you go in and you look at the eShop and you don't know any better, and you're like, this game's charting high and it's only for $1, and you buy it. Now it's about your actual revenue.
I mean, let's be real. If you can load the eShop,
maybe on the Switch too. Maybe on the Switch.
I'm glad they cleaned it up for the Switch 2. I cannot tell you how often I like sometimes open up the eShop like just to see like, oh, I got a notification on my phone that like something on my wish list is on sale. I open up the thing on my Switch and it just like chugs, and I'm like instantly hit the home button and close the app.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
kinda
if they get
reminds-
it fixed and like people are actually like browsing the store and they see all this BS AI games and it leads to a bad experience, then yeah, like I'm glad they changed it for the Switch too.
I feel like PlayStation needs to change that too.
Mhm.
They've kind of changed it for like new games, because before, like, new games, if you go into the new game section, it would just be garbage AI stuff, but now they're like dumping that to the bottom.
Mhm.
According to Cyberpunk 2077's publisher CD Projekt Red, the Switch 2 Joy-Cons can be used to swing katanas in Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of No More Heroes.
I'm still not buying your game for $100. No, the Switch 2. Nice try.
What if they
Nice
add
try, Diddy.
what if they add saving
Nice
your
try,
game
Diddy.
while you sit on the toilet? Or
No.
what if they add I don't know. What's something super crazy in No More Heroes? What if they add jerking it to recharge your katana? I'm in.
For $100? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not in. Nice try, Diddy.
He goes to trial, I think, this week.
Does he actually?
Yeah, I think so. Anyways.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that's cool, but sorry, dude, not for $100. Goodbye. Not buying that game on Switch 2. I really was looking forward to buying that game on Switch 2 just to see what it feels like. Nope. I'll pass.
Yeah.
But you know what Platinum Games cannot pass on? They cannot pass on making live service games, because they're saying they're doing another online action game. They've completely forgot the flop that was Babylon's Fall. And they're carrying
I don't
forward.
even know what that is.
Yeah, there you go. Babylon's Fall was a game that came out, I believe it was the same year as Elden Ring. It could have been 2022, 2023. It was a Platinum Games game, but it was like online, always online co-op thing. And it was brutal. Dude, it was so bad. It was insane, man. And like its concurrent player count was like freaking 25 by like week 2, and then gone.
25. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was brutal. And they're hiring. They're doing more. So I guess that tells you how important these late games of a service are. They want to break into that. I mean, Platinum Games has been having a mass exodus, and I got another confirmation here. I mean, some of these guys left like years ago, but I got another confirmation that Takahisa Taura, who designed Nier Automata and Astral Chain, has officially left Platinum Games as well. So
Jeez.
I don't know. I can't even keep track of all the people. The Hideki Kamiya recently left them, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was fighting. He was the one who was fighting people online over. I remember that.
What game was that? That was
Assassin's Creed Shadows. He basically
yes,
said
yeah.
congratulations.
Because he was congratulating,
And then people had a
congratulating
meltdown.
them, and then
Yeah.
people were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
He's trolling a bunch of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he left in 2023, but we only started getting news of these people leaving. Yeah, he's the Bayonetta 3 supervising director. Anyway, that is Platinum Games. Downward spirals all around the industry. We have some more miscellaneous news. Half-Life 3, I think I already mentioned, is, according to a Valve insider, playable from end to end.
End to end.
I'm just gonna skip
You mean
over
the
this.
idea of Half-Life 3?
I'm just gonna skip over the story. I won't freaking believe it till I see it.
Right?
How long have we been hearing about Half-Life 3?
Dude,
I can't even keep track of the news about Half-Life
dude,
3.
every single time they're like, "Oh my god, they're gonna release Half-Life 3. They're gonna release Half-Life 3." Dude, we got the Steam Deck before Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
It's a piece of physical hardware from Valve with their own OS before Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I mean, we got the VR game, right? Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, we got the VR game before Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny though. Everybody was like convinced that Half-Life 3 was happening, and then they showed off a
Half-Life
VR
Alyx?
game,
Yeah.
and then they released the title, and everybody's like, "What is this?"
Nonetheless, one of the best VR games ever, but yeah. Still, I don't know. Half-Life 3. I'm not gonna talk about this till I see it. Sony's Lost Soul aside from their Project China initiative.
Yeah.
China Project, or is it Project China? I don't know. Has had a release date delay. It was previously slated to release on May 30th, and it has now been delayed to, I believe it was August 29th. Yeah, August 29th. Do you remember this game? It came out on a few State of Plays ago.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It started development by like one person.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have this on my radar, but it was coming out the same day as Elden Ring Night Rain, so I was not going to play it anyway, unless it like came out to like 10s or 9s.
Yeah.
So I was going to play Elden Ring Night Rain. They delayed it. I was happy. I'm like, okay, maybe I could actually play this when it comes out now. Then they delayed it. They delayed it to the day that the Metal Gear Solid Delta remake, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake comes out. So yeah, bad choices all around.
Right?
Yeah. But the game of the year, theoretically, got a release date as well this week. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, the next game in the Wu series.
Another Souls-like.
Another Souls-like Wu game. We've had a lot of these, man. It's been really great for all the Wu fans out there. We had Wolong Fallen Dynasty in 2023.
Black Myth Wukong.
We had Black Myth Wukong in 2024, and now we have Wu Chang Fallen Feathers getting a July 26 release date this summer, and coming to Xbox Game Pass day one. Sorry, that's July 24th. I got.
Dude, it gets whenever. Sorry, I was like super hyped for this game when I first saw the trailer. Now it's just slowly like, ooh, I don't know.
Oh, I can't care for any of these games until they come out and they get reviews. Like there's too many of them, bro. It's like market saturation. I've talked about this multiple times on the podcast, but you have Phantom Blade Zero that's supposed to come out this year. Search that up. You have Ballad of Antera that's supposed to come out this year. Search that up. You have this game, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, that's supposed to come out this year. Search that up. I mean, you just had Wukong that came out not too long ago. Again, you had Wolong that came out not too long ago. I mean, there's actually a few more. Oh, Where Winds Meet is supposed to come out this year. Go search those up and tell me you can tell them apart. They all look very good. But when you have that kind of level of market saturation, it becomes like, well, which one do I pick of the 5 that all look the same?
The answer is Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, maybe. That seems like the only one that's kind of really hit so far, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's on Game Pass. I'll give it a try. But you know what is coming back, baby? We're getting a new Echo the Dolphin game, as well as remasters of the first 2 games. Holy smokes.
I've never played this game ever.
I played it, I think, on my uncle's Sega Genesis. I was a kid or something like that. I was like young. This was a long time ago. Yeah. It was released on the Mega Drive Genesis in 1994 and the Mega CD, Sega CD months later. It's a very good game apparently at the time. It's like a 2D side scroller.
Dude, do you remember this game at all?
Do I remember it? No, I don't remember. I remember playing it only after I kind of became more aware of like video games as I grew up. And then I would hear this is like a classic. And I'm like, oh, that game. I remember that.
Yeah, this rings zero bell.
Really? Yeah. And it's apparently by the original creators too. That's the interesting part about all this. So I'm curious to see. Game who plays a dolphin. We got some news today.
Yeah, you were freaked out about this. You were spooked.
Yeah, we got some news that EB Games has returned to Canada. GameStop Canada has been acquired by some business guy from Montreal.
Some French business guy.
Canadian entrepreneur.
Like Steven something.
Yeah. Right? Stephane. Come on, bro. Are you not playing Clar Obscur? Come on, bro. Steven? The co-owner of McFarlane Toys. Specific terms of the acquisition include financials weren't revealed. As part of the deal... Yeah, anyway, sorry. But yeah. So EB Games was rebranded to GameStop Canada in 2021, and I hated that because I cannot tell the difference between GameStop and GameSpot. So I'm glad we're back to EB Games. I like EB Games much more.
Yeah, I think EB Games is like has a special place in all of our Canadian gamer hearts.
Yes, it is back, baby. EB Games is back. We don't have too much details. This news just dropped today, but apparently the Edge rewards and the loyalty programs are still intact. And the big multi-million-dollar question is the Switch 2 pre-orders are still honored. So don't worry. I was sending
You were losing. You were freaking out.
I was sending you messages at work today. It's like, bro, they canceled them.
Dude, I'd be mad.
$300 down the drain.
Yeah, they have our money too. I totally forgot about that.
It's not just a pre-order.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, I'm gonna run to that store and get my money back before it switches.
I mean, honestly, if this guy didn't buy GameStop Canada, there wasn't gonna be anything to buy anymore. In the last 5 years, they've shut down so many stores in Calgary.
Yeah,
it's down to like the one in Market Mall, the one in Sunridge Mall.
Just all the mall locations. We were talking about it like off podcast when we were doing the pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
He was like, dude, just go to the one near your house. Why would you go to the mall? I'm like, dude, that one doesn't exist anymore.
I literally bought Hogwarts Legacy from that one like 2 years ago. It's crazy.
Man, It's because you're not supporting them. You got to drive out all the way
up north to all the GameStop. I got to go to the one in like Red Deer and Lethbridge to support them.
Dude, do you think those ones are still there? Yeah, the Red Deer one is still there.
Yeah, it had.
I'm sure that one's also inside a mall.
That one had like Switch pre-orders like 3 days after, still available. Yeah. Anyway, I got this crazy news story here from Games Industry Biz. Clar Obcur Expedition 33 is selling more than twice as fast as other JRPGs on PC. Analysts say it has sold on Switch. Launch live copy sold on Steam, Steam for the following game 7 days after launch. Expedition 33 is at 780,000 and Metaphor was at 350 after 7 days. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was at 340. Persona 5 Royal was 240. Persona 3 Reload was 199K. And Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth was 194K. So that is insane, dude. I don't know, man. This game, we'll get to it. I'm not going to say anything. We'll get to it. Let's move on. So, remember we watched Until Dawn last week. Apparently, Sackboy has vanished from the PlayStation's intro. And people noticed it at the Until Dawn movie.
We didn't notice.
I did not notice it. They're comparing the picture from a version from the opener for the Gran Turismo movie. Mm-hmm. And it's literally the same photo, but he's gone.
Yeah, he's replaced by Astrobot, right?
Well, Astrobot was in both of them, but it's only Astrobot now. So rest in peace, Sackboy. Every the fans are freaking out. They think he's gone. And I hate to break it to you, he probably is.
Yeah. I mean, maybe give it another 10 years. Maybe they'll bring him back.
They'll boot him up.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
From the death.
Everything comes to an end, right? I mean, we don't have any Sly Cooper anymore. We don't have any Jack and Daxter anymore.
Yeah. Wait. Just give it some time. I'm sure they'll bring him right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ratchet and Clank is the only one.
Only surviving
from that golden generation,
one that's
right?
have that longevity, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're releasing a game for it a year anyway.
Yeah. It's like their showcase game for their new consoles the time.
They've had one on the PS4, one on the PS5. It's not crazy numbers. As part of Returnal's 4th anniversary, which is crazy that I'm saying that. If you went into university when Returnal came out, you have a bachelor's degree now. That is wild. Time flies the older we get. But it's receiving a PS5 Pro patch, which, to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't already. It increases the game resolution by 2.5 times. So if you want to get on that before Soros comes out later in 2026, the next game from Housemarque, I would hop onto that Returnal on your $960 Canadian PS5 Pro.
Yeah. Does it add a run button?
Oh my God, that is an inside joke for sure. Hamzi, you know who you are, Hamzi. Freaking dude was playing Returnal on hard mode. I think did I tell you that we were playing Monster Hunter when Monster Hunter came out? We were playing Monster Hunter, and he got on like a few hours before
Oh,
us.
he didn't play the tutorial, right?
Yeah, we were asking about the tutorials, and he's like, "Yo, don't play those, skip those." I'm like, says the guy who played Returnal without realizing that there's a run button.
Too good.
Yeah. What did I just do? I nuked my. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Yeah. Couple more news stories here. Saber confirms it is delisting Evil Dead the game,
but it's planning to keep the servers alive.
Which, yeah, I wonder how much concurrent players that has. That came out a few years ago. It's like one of those asymmetrical multiplayer games. I can't imagine it has
that many concurrent players.
It probably has like freaking 20 people on it. Yup. Current players 24.
What is this Flappy Bird thing? Come on, man.
Apparently, I saw this news story and I'm like, Flappy Bird went away? Flappy Bird is back, promising no Web 3D or crypto content despite the team behind it. I didn't realize Flappy Bird got taken off the store or off stores back like a decade ago.
Well, dude, the original creator took it off because he was like, "Oh, this is too addicting. I don't want to rob people's brain."
No way.
Yeah, dude, that was the reason why it was taken off.
I don't remember.
I'm almost positive.
I just played it for a little bit, and then what? These guys bought the license to it. I don't understand.
Yeah, they must have. But the original creator, Dong Nguyen, is not involved with this modern re-release.
Interesting. So get back into Flappy Bird. I feel like that's a perfect Gen Z game.
Gen Z brain rot
experience that. Yeah, that's a good brain rot game for Gen Z.
They probably did experience it, right? I think 10 years ago was
how
like
old is Gen Z? I make it sound like I'm like the oldest millennial, but like,
dude, you're younger than me.
Yeah,
you just don't look the part.
Oh yeah, I am like mentally, I'm older than like a baby boomer. Mentally.
Like, yeah, I mean, you've got 2 kids. I've got 0. I've got 2 dogs.
2 that you don't know about. 2 that like you have 0 that you know of. So you might have more. It doesn't effectively change the way you live if you don't know they exist. But you never know. You might be a father. Find out on the next episode of Jerry Springer.
Maury. We're gonna have to send to Maury.
Yeah. You are not the father. That is all the news stories for this week. It was a big week, man. Busy, lots of stuff. We could get into our second segment, what we have been playing. So I'm gonna let you take it away. You were in Las Vegas. You didn't have a lot of time to play, I presume.
What do you mean? I was playing the slots.
Oh, that too, yeah. Okay, tell us about the slots.
I lost money. There's nothing.
There's nothing to tell you there?
Yeah, there's nothing to tell there. Don't gamble. You lose your money. You go down a slippery slope, and the next thing you know, you're playing mobile games because you can't afford
Next thing you know,
you can't afford those AAA games.
Next thing you know, you're playing cards in the slums of Bangkok. Does Bangkok even have slums?
I think so.
I think
the slums of the Philippines or India.
No. I got a good one. I got a deep one. Slums of Cambodia. I got
slums. Why slums of Cambodia?
Slums of Cambodia. Come on, man. Inside joke. Think. Cambodia. Come on, man. Jeez, Durwin. I thought that was like a perfect like inside joke, man. Come on. Cambodia.
Why Cambodia? What?
We had someone. Okay, we got to take this off the podcast.
Oh, yes. I'm about to be human trafficked like your brother.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's not. Oh my god.
That was freaking Thailand. Malaysia, bro. That was Malaysia. No, Cambodia.
I don't even know my Asian countries.
No. We had a friend who went on a tour there and gave us a review.
No. Yeah. That's too much shade. Cut that.
You're gonna be there.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna be human trafficked like your brother.
You're gonna be human
except for I'm not gonna be willingly human trafficked.
My brother's gonna be reverse human trafficked.
Yeah. I'm there because I'm in a lot of gambling debt. Your brother just chooses to be there. There's a difference.
Oh my god. Anyways, So I personally, okay, listen, I've had another cooked week of work. I did not game until Saturday night and yesterday. And like I played Clair Obscur. There's nothing else to say there. And holy smokes, I don't like. I want to tell the listeners about Clair Obscur, but I'd rather just go play Clair Obscur right now. This game is something else, dude. Like instantly, you're in. Instantly, you're
Prologue,
in. From the
right?
get-go.
Literally the prologue.
You're in. Like it's not even a question. Like this, bro. It is insane how Japanese developers cannot make a game like this. And 33 ex-Ubisoft dudes, or there's 30 of them, and they're not all ex-Ubisoft, like 12 of them are, can make a freaking turn-based game like this. Holy smokes, man. Like, I've played like 6 hours. I don't need to play anymore to know this is like GOTY
like
candidate.
Game, well, like it's Game of the Year material, right?
Immediately. Like, this combat is one of the craziest systems I've ever like experienced in a game. It's so fun. It's insane. I cannot believe I'm saying this about turn-based combat. Like before today, like the closest I'd get to turn-based is like Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth. That's the only thing like I'm willing to like play around with. Bro, this is just open. I mean, they must be having meetings at Square Enix right now. And at Atlas. They must be like all the bigwigs must be freaking in conference.
Like, how did they mess up and not think about something like this, right?
Yes. How? Like, you guys are the ones who make these games in this industry. It's almost like a dead genre of game. You don't really have any competition from the West. How did 30 French dudes blow you out of the water and not just make one of the best turn-based games ever, make one of the best RPGs ever, literally potentially make the best game of the year? I don't want to get ahead of myself. We have a lot of good games coming out this year, and we've already had a lot of good games come out. But this one, like, it feels special right away. You not even a minute in.
Mm-hmm. Like the setting, instant like hook for the story, right?
The story, yeah. The whole thing with the paintress. She paints a number. Every year, people of that age die, and it just ticks down slowly and slowly. And you go on expeditions to stop her, and like you're on expedition 33. And then I don't want to spoil the like even in the prologue, there's a sad moment. I'm literally sitting there with my wife behind me, and then like the moment happens, and I'm just like, "Yo, bro, I was not ready for this. We just signed up. Like, give me a break."
Right?
You just made me fall in love with like, oh my god, yeah. And then like the game right from the get-go, like right from the start, you get into the action, and then like the combat, bro. The combat is something else.
Yeah. You got messed up by the mime.
Yeah, the mime. I fought 2 mimes actually. I fought the first mime in the tutorial in the prologue area, and I fought the mime in chapter 1. And I fought a few other side enemies as well. Actually, I go around looking in the world looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, and the thing is, it's not even like rocket science. Like the actual turn-based aspect of the game is great. Some of the powers are very good. The characters are very unique. I'm up to 3 people in my party now.
Dude, you need to unlock the next one. I really like the next one you unlock.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not that deep into the game. I already have 3 characters unlocked, 3 party characters. They have all very unique movesets. It's very interesting how you combine all of their movesets together. And the UI for the turn-based is beautiful. So even if this was only a pure turn-based game, it's already just really good by itself, like that. And then you add on top, which seemingly should be it's not even like the craziest thing ever. They literally added QTEs on the action end of things, and they added a parry and dodge mechanic on the defense end of things.
So far that you've unlocked.
Well, I also unlocked like jumping as a dodge mechanic.
Yeah, there's more. There's more.
It gets deeper than this. Oh my god, bro!
It gets a little bit deeper. There's like different types of counters.
Yeah, and like you sit there, you do your turn, and to basically your QTEs are when you attack, they give you these QTE prompts, which are very hard to time. It's not like they're easy ones, right?
Yeah, each character each attack has a different QTE timing.
QTE timing, yeah. and if you hit it right, hey, you like
bonus damage, bonus healing.
You get that freaking dopamine of seeing those numbers flying and you get it back. Then on the defense side of things, enemies attacking you, you're not just standing there stationary and taking the hit. They put you in the driver's seat and give you the capability to decide your fate. And you have two things to do. You could dodge or you could parry. And parrying is harder than dodging, but parrying has added bonuses. You could counter with it. And it's just so fun, man. It works so well. And it's like, bro, I don't know. This game, it's been 2-3 days. All I think about is Clar Obcur. I just want to go back and play Clar Obcur. I've been thinking about it the whole time we've been recording this podcast.
Yeah. You need you need to get way further. Are you playing with, so I have annoyance. I'm playing this on an Xbox controller because it came out for Game Pass, and like I find that if it's an Xbox game, if it's a Game Pass game, I tend to play with an Xbox controller, even though I could play with like a PS5 controller.
I'm playing on Xbox, right? So I am on.
Oh man, I fucking hate these. Like,
really?
I don't know. I feel like my timing isn't great because of the feedback on the bumpers. Like I know that some people like program it to the paddles.
Yeah. On the Xbox,
but I'm lazy to go grab my paddles from the other room, and like pressing this just doesn't. I feel like I miss a lot of the parries because of this.
I'm not noticing it. I'm not noticing it at all. I'm like, bro, dude, I feel like I'm playing Sekiro with these parries. I'm not like it feels like Sekiro. Yeah, no, I'm not noticing it all on my controller.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I just feel like it's not. The feedback isn't good enough on them.
Something to do with the PC. I don't know how.
It's just it's purely a tactical thing for me. A tactical feeling, I think. I feel like the press isn't deep enough.
What difficulty are you playing on?
I'm playing on the normal because I want to get through the story.
I am playing on the hardest. And I started the game playing on the hardest, and I said I want to see what it feels like. And I fought 2 little mini side bosses, and they were hard, but I got through them. And after I got through them, I got this like dopamine of like, oh, I think I'm above average good at this combat now for anybody who's this far in the game as I am, just because I've like played all the extra bosses at the hardest difficulty, and I got beaten the hell out of them like multiple times. Like there was one I probably fought him for 45 minutes. And then when I actually beat him, I beat him on like a no-hit run. Like I didn't get touched. And so I was like, oh, dude, like I've unlocked this. I figured this out now. I cannot like downgrade now. I have to keep going. So like,
I think you're in for a time for certain, like more so the bosses. I think that normal. Actually, no. Some of the enemy types, like they get really like confusing parry timings.
The movements and the parry timings.
Yeah, movements and parry timing. I found a jump quest.
A jump quest?
Like, the platforming quest.
Really? I
didn't so like I was like, oh my god, this is 10 out of 10. I saw that jump quest. I'm like, I
did the platforming section too. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It didn't really work.
Yeah, it doesn't work as a platformer. I don't know why they decided to shoehorn that, but like I saw the jump quest. I did it once. I like got decently close to the top, and I fell all the way down. I'm like, I'm done. I'm leaving this area.
Weird. Yeah. I don't know, my Clar Obcur. I just want to go back. Like, I can't. This game is amazing. Is that all you've been playing as well?
Yeah, that's all I've played.
How far along do you think you are?
Oh, I'm like 12 hours in.
Okay.
So
you're a little bit ahead of more than me. Yeah.
Yeah, I've unlocked the 5th person on my party.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a very interesting one. I'm not going to ruin anything like that, but in general, he's a very interesting character. Like he plays completely different from the other ones.
I love all the other like systems that like they're special. There you have skills, and then you have those other augments. I can't forget what they're called. And you have like luminas and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the whole like, and then your skill tree, and then your
Yeah, you can add
leveling
like
system.
so many luminas to your thing for perks and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
almost you're adding perks without using the perk slot.
Yeah, yeah.
Really cool idea.
The leveling system is a little bit confusing for the luminas though. I think the more you use them, the more they level up or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's you have to use them to level them up to unlock them as luminas. That could be used.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get like
But even beyond that, there's like a level to them.
yes, yeah. You
Yeah,
could like
so
keep leveling them up some more.
yeah, you have to keep leveling them up or whatever. I found that to be a little bit confusing because like yeah, they add a little bit more bonus stats and stuff like that, but then there's like no level bar for when they actually level up. So that's one like minor gripe. I mean, I kind of like unlocking all of them anyways to like kind of
Yeah,
see
I do
what
that.
would work good together because in the base form it's still pretty good.
There's some of them are okay. I don't know, man. I'm really feeling this game.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the? Have you unlocked the weapon upgrade system yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
we'll
it
have
yet.
to circle back to that. I don't mind it. I like the upgrade system so far. I mean, the amount of weapons available is kind of a little bit annoying now because like
There's a lot.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot. I feel like maybe if they brought it down to like 4 or 5 weapons each character, it'd be a little bit more reasonable. But yeah, I think they just want to give variety in like how you want to play and like what character has like what elemental affinity and whatnot.
I guess I can't. I'm good to move on from Clair Obscur. I just wanted to shout out Blueprints. I can't remember if I did last episode because I remember we recorded an episode where I said I wasn't feeling very good about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like ready to drop it. But then I had 2 more sessions after that were legendary, and
Yeah,
yes,
I think you did talk
mention
about
yeah.
it. Did you finish the game?
I have not beat the game. I have made more progress. I have discovered more rooms. I figured out how to get to the spoilers if you're playing Blueprints, maybe just skip ahead like a minute or two. But I have figured out how to get to the foundation room. I figured out how to lower the level on the foundation room. I figured out like multiple ways to get into the antechamber room. I figured out another way. There's that garden. There's
Mm-hmm.
also another way through the hallway of like rooms or something where there's 7 locked rooms. One of them actually has the antechamber key to the other.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I found that room before. I never unlocked all the 7 doors.
Yeah, I've done a few other things here and there. I figured out this bomb shelter, how to unlock the chest there. There's a few other like mini puzzles and stuff that I figured out in there. I just like the main thing. I just have not had a run where I can get to the antechamber room with the door open, get the key, and have enough steps to go back to the foundation room and go down into the foundation room because when you go down to the foundation room, you need the key from the antechamber room, the basement key, to make it.
So you have to unlock more things still, basically.
Well, I just need I don't know what happens after. I'm not sure if that's the end of the game, but
I think you need to maybe like upgrade some of your rooms with the upgrade disc or something, maybe just to make it easier.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think the big question is: are you done with Blueprints, or are you gonna try and finish it?
I am going to try and go back to it. I cannot spend time playing it now with Clar Obcur. Like I want to play Clar Obcur more than anything. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm really having fun with Blueprints, I'll try and circle back to it. And I don't think it'll be that much of a commitment. It's more like a bilateral run thing to me. Like it's not that.
Yeah, it's like kind of in the back burner for whatever
like,
you can do when you're a little bit bored of your main game.
Yeah, or if I'm not in the energy to play something like that heavy story based or something like that.
To replace it with something that is kind of like a brain teaser, though, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, I'm okay with that as long as like sometimes I just want to zen out and not really listen to dialogue and stuff like that.
So it's just like a matter of like RNG, basically.
Yeah. Anyway, that is it for this week. Did you open your last Pokemon pack?
I did not, but I have another surprise for you.
Oh shoot! Let's go.
Okay. This is something that actually belonged to me.
Ooh. Is it hiding somewhere in my house?
It is.
Oh my god.
It's in your vicinity. It's not like.
Jeez, Durwin. Come on.
Think about it.
Oh, brother. In my vicinity.
We've been talking about it today. We talked about it for a whole segment.
Talked about something for a whole segment in my vicinity. Can I see it with my ears? And not with my ears. See it with my ears. I like that. See it with my eyes.
Yes, it is definitely something you can see with your eyes.
It doesn't help that I wear glasses and I can't see jack shit. Right
it's within arm's reach. Literally from when you sit down, it's in arm's reach.
That's BS. Let's test that out. Well, I got nothing in arm's reach, brother.
To your right.
To my right.
Used to belong to me.
Used to belong to you. Are you just giving me your microphone?
It's not in your microphone.
I don't know, man. I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Stop playing games, Durwin.
It's literally in front of you. We talked about it. Starts with an X.
Xbox.
Yeah. Check your Xbox.
What do you mean check my Xbox? Dude, the burnt one, the one that's dead that's sitting here? Or the one that you...
Oh, sorry, I guess... Sorry, the one that is actually mine is behind you, but sorry,
yes,
the dead one.
The dead one is right here in front of me.
Yes, sorry, I thought that was the one that was the one you're using.
Oh, let's go, baby. What do you mean this belonged to you?
I was thinking that it was like my Xbox I sold you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Magic Pack belonged to you. Assassin's Creed. Beautiful. Do you got any more surprises for me today?
No, this is the last one.
Let's get this Pokemon thing out of the way, though, because I already
opened this pack. I haven't. Okay, go for it.
Okay. Oh. Oh, geez. It is a... Yeah, it's not...
nothing.
I got Scovillian. Nothing, brother.
Let me try. Let me try mine.
I wonder if these...
I don't think I got good hits either.
Dude, what if you pull out the freaking... Yeah, I bet you like the odds on this deck are probably... On this pack are probably garbage.
Yeah. What is this one? OTM?
This ain't no shiny.
Ninetales. Oh, this is pretty nice art. Ninetales. What is this one?
Oh!
Whoa!
What? I mean, I don't know if it's really that great, but it is it's a hit, I guess, kind of. That actually looks really good. What is that? Sizzlar?
CYCLIZAR.
Give me the number on the bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner. 228 out of 191.
How do you spell the Pokemon?
CYCLIZAR.
Sizzlar 2. What's the number again?
228 over 191.
Oh, really? It looked like it was really good art, but that is a $5 card, brother.
Damn.
$10, or actually 60 if you could get a PSA 10 graded.
I am surprised. If it's PSA 10.
It looks like it's really freaking good art. I'm surprised. I thought it would be more, but no. Well, the art on it looks really nice.
I think that's probably the best. That's the best pull so far.
Let's see what the Magic's got. Do I open this or do I keep this pack forever?
Just open it, dude.
Assassin's Creed, baby.
I don't think this is a PSA 10. The borders are all funny.
I see one here for PSA 10 that is going up for $60, but I don't see any other graded ones.
Yeah,
I see I see a PSA 9 for 20.
Oh, I guess whoever wants the codes.
There you go. There's your chance. Get the codes. Look at that. Magic the Gathering, baby.
Damn. You don't have any Magic cards, right?
Well, this Assassin's Creed pack you just bought me. Restart sequence. Hidden Blade. Xiao Jun. The Mountain, which is, what is this, a reference to Masyaf? That is the capital of the assassins in the first game.
That's pretty nice art.
Jacob Fry, baby, for your Assassin's Creed Syndicate sickos. This is a Hollow Petty Larceny, which is a character from, I don't even know. It looks like I don't even know my Assassin's Creed. And then we got Alexios Demos of Cosmos, which seems like the chase card, or the best card in this pack at least. Alexios from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and a mystery creature. I believe this might also be from EC Odyssey. Nice. I did not get Bayek. I did not get Ezio, but these are pretty cool. Did you find any Final Fantasy magic?
No, it's not out yet. That's why.
Yes, that's why, yeah.
Yeah. But they're expensive. They're 15 Canadian a pack on GameStop.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah, I did see some prismatic evolutions, but they're also super expensive. They're like, they wanted, I think, 15 USD or something like that.
Steep.
Right, for one pack. And then there was an ETB as well. And I think that one was like 120 USD they wanted.
Oof. That's pretty steep as well.
Right? Jeez. Well, I mean, we had I don't know. I had lots of fun opening these cards. I actually had a one-piece pack as well, but I opened that in Vegas. Nice. Didn't get anything.
Nice. Well, you don't get them on the first try. You got to keep going.
Yeah, I just got to buy $100
Winners don't get
worth.
Don't win. All right, man. It was nice chatting with you, as always. We're what is it? May 5th. We got a busy summer of games, man. Lots of games coming out this summer, and Summer Games Fest in a month's time. So stay tuned for more content, folks.
Let's both go watch or go play Clar Obscur. I don't know. I can't wait until you reach certain parts of the story. I can't wait.
All right. Let's go. All right, man. Take care. Have a good night.